Welcome back to the Quarterly Call. All content is for informational purposes and is not investment advice. Please consult with an investment professional. So today we're really unpacking something quite significant. It's from a tech giant, Oracle, who've been, well, pretty powerfully repositioning themselves right at the forefront of this whole AI revolution.
Yeah, it's more than just a good quarter, isn't it?
Exactly. What we've seen recently, it feels like more than just strong financials. It seems like a fundamental strategic pivot, with massive implications for the whole tech industry.
Absolutely, and you can feel that buzz, can't you? The analysts seem genuinely surprised, maybe even a bit blown away by some of the numbers and the forward guidance.
They really do. It's not just hinting at incremental gains. It feels like they're suggesting a pretty profound shift in the landscape and, Oracle's place within it.
A real change in their role.
So as we explore the key bits from Oracle's Q1 FY26 review, we'll really focus on those big strategic moves in AI and the, frankly, remarkable financial growth they've shown.
And what they think sets them apart, right? Their unique advantages.
Precisely. So our goal for you listening is to get a really clear picture of how one of the world's, let's face it, most established software companies isn't just playing in AI.
No, they're actively reshaping it. Cloud infrastructure, enterprise apps, the whole stack.
Yeah, exactly. So look out for those aha moments. This should give you a good shortcut to being really informed on a major tech story that's unfolding right now.
And I think what's really compelling is just the sheer scale of it all. The ambition. These aren't, tiny tweets.
No.
They're talking deep, broad transformation,
Right.
backed by huge financial commitments, real tech advancements. It's fascinating to see a company with Oracle's history, decades in enterprise software,
Right.
intercepting with this AI wave in a way that's genuinely creating new market dynamics. It makes you ask, what does it mean when a legacy player, a foundational one, redefines itself so dramatically?
That's a great question. It suggests maybe a reevaluation of what's needed to thrive now.
In this, increasingly AI-driven world.
Okay, let's explore this a bit deeper then. Right at the start of their Q1 review, the CEO came out strong, said it was an amazing start to the year because they'd become the go-to place for AI workloads.
Which is a bold claim, a very bold claim.
It really is, especially for a company maybe traditionally seen more for databases and apps. So who are these major players actually choosing Oracle? That's the key, isn't it?
It is, and the list they provided is, well, pretty convincing.
Yeah, who's on it?
They've signed up some of the biggest names in AI right now. Think OpenAI, XAI, Meta,
Wow, okay.
NVIDIA, AMD, quite a few others too. I mean, just imagine the computing power these companies need.
It's astronomical.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
infrastructure, the specialized networking, intense. For training, refining, deploying these advanced models, Oracle is positioning itself as that critical backbone.
The foundational layer, the horsepower.
Precisely. And that says a lot about where they see their strength,
Yeah.
providing that underlying power for the really tough AI jobs.
It certainly does,
Right.
and it kind of highlights a difference, doesn't it? Lots of companies talk AI.
Everyone's talking AI, integrating it into products, services.
But Oracle seems really focused on delivering the actual infrastructure at scale.
Yeah, very tangibly. And what's insightful is how directly they're linking their financial success, their growth, to embracing AI.
It's not just a side project for them.
No, it's absolutely central. It's core to their whole strategy, their future growth story.
And their CTO, Larry Ellison, he really hammered this point home, didn't he?
Yeah.
Talking about AI changing everything.
He did. A very profound take, not just changing Oracle, but the entire computer industry, how tech is made, deployed, used, everything.
And he had that warning, too, that not everyone fully grasps the extent of the tsunami that is approaching.
That tsunami metaphor, it's powerful. It implies this huge, unstoppable force reshaping, well, everything, every sector, maybe more than people realize right now.
So what did he mean by tsunami?
Yeah.
I broke it down right.
Yes, he made a really crucial distinction between two massive, distinct AI markets. First, there's the AI training market.
Okay, the learning phase.
Exactly, highly compute intensive, where complex models like LLMs learn from these vast data sets. He called it a gigantic multi-trillion-dollar market.
Multi-trillion.
And for that, Oracle's building these gigawatt-scale data centers designed to be faster, more cost-efficient for that specific training task.
Which is where those big names come in again. OpenAI, Meta. They need that raw power.
They absolutely do. It's a race for the best, most efficient compute resources.
Okay, so that's market one. What was the second?
The second, and in his view, the much larger market, is the AI inferencing market.
Inferencing, so putting the AI to work.
Precisely. The application phase, taking those trained models and using them in the real world, running businesses, governments, making predictions, automating things, delivering insights.
And he thinks that's going to be even bigger than training.
Much, much larger was his projection. And this distinction is key because the value proposition is different. Training is about raw, cheap power, GPU farms, basically, but inferencing, that's more nuanced. It's about secure data integration, real-time processing, applying AI to sensitive, private data within a business context.
Okay, that makes sense. Can you give some examples of inferencing?
Sure. Think robotic factories optimizing on the fly, self-driving cars making split-second decisions, sophisticated drug discovery simulations, AI reading medical scans faster and maybe more accurately than humans.
Okay, that's huge.
It goes further. Automating complex legal or financial tasks. High-frequency trading based on market analysis. Even generating code, these AI agents they mentioned, for specific jobs in sales or marketing.
AI agents. Interesting.
Yeah, so the shift from just training models to actually applying them everywhere, that's where the real economic impact hits. It's moving AI from the lab into the core operations of, well, everything.
So it's not just a niche thing anymore.
Not at all. It becomes embedded, essential. That's why the market potential is seen as so vast.
Right. So Oracle isn't just playing in that already huge training market. They're aggressively going after this even bigger inferencing market.
That seems to be the core strategy.
Given their history, database, enterprise apps, what gives them a unique edge here, especially moving from traditional software to cloud and AI leadership?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And they consistently point to one core advantage, their position as custodians.
Custodians.
Yeah, the world's largest custodian of high-value private enterprise data. That's how they see it. And for inferencing, that's absolutely critical.
Because security is paramount with private data.
Exactly, paramount. Companies want AI's power, but they cannot risk exposing confidential info or breaking regulations. Oracle's decades managing enterprise data gives them a huge trust factor.
Okay, so trust is one piece. What else? They mentioned a new database.
Yes, a really fundamental innovation, their new AI database. It basically re-engineers how customers handle data by letting them vectorize it.
Vectorize.
Yeah.
Can you break that down simply?
Sure. Think of vectorization as translating data, text, images, whatever, into numbers, vectors that AI can understand. It captures the meaning, the relationships in the data.
So it makes the data AI ready.
Exactly. And it's not just a feature bolted on, it's a core architectural change to their database system built for AI from the ground up.
And how does that connect to the big AI models, the LLMs?
That's the really powerful part. They've made it super easy to connect these new AI databases and secure cloud storage directly to the world's top large language models.
Like ChatGPT.
Yes, ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, Llama. They mention those specifically, saying they're uniquely available in the Oracle Cloud.
So an enterprise can take its own private vectorized data.
Combine it with public data if needed.
And feed it securely into these advanced LLMs for analysis.
Precisely. All integrated. It removes a ton of technical hurdles.
What could you do with that?
Well, imagine asking any question you can think of, like, how will the latest tariffs impact next quarter's revenue and profit, considering our supply chain issues?
Okay, a complex, specific business question.
Right. The LLM, using Oracle's AI database, could analyze your secure private sales data, supply chain data, and public tariff information.
And give you a reasoned, data-driven answer.
That's the promise.
Yeah.
And crucially, your private data stays private throughout. It doesn't get exposed. That's the huge hurdle they claim to solve.
That security piece is massive for businesses.
It really is. So why should you, the listener, care about vectorization and secure LLM access? Because it unlocks this incredible potential, getting real-time, actionable insights from your own data.
Data that might have been stuck in old systems or too sensitive to touch with AI before?
Exactly. It promises to transform decision-making, moving from looking backwards to, well, AI-driven foresight. It's about getting maximum value from that core asset, your data.
Which was maybe impossible or just too risky before now.
Right. It really empowers organizations in a new way.
Okay, that strategic vision, especially around secure enterprise AI, it's really compelling. But, vision needs validation. Performance matters.
Always does.
And the financial results Oracle showed are, frankly, just as stunning. It proves this isn't just talk, right? It's actually translating into explosive growth now.
Absolutely. The numbers are pretty striking.
So what was the big headline number, the one that really grabbed everyone's attention this quarter?
I think the metric that truly stood out, the biggest indicator of their future, was remaining performance obligations. RPO.
RPO, remind us what that is.
It's basically the total value of contracted future revenue.
Yeah.
Business they've already signed but haven't recognized yet. It's their committed backlog.
Got it. So what was the number?
For Q1 FY26, an astonishing $455 billion.
Billion with a B.
With a B, $455 billion.
Wow. How does that compare?
It's up 359% from last year. Even crazier, it jumped by $317 billion just since the last quarter, Q4.
That's incredible growth in backlog. What about cloud specifically?
Yeah. Cloud RPO grew nearly 500%, on top of 83% growth last year. It shows this massive long-term customer commitment to their cloud services, a huge pipeline.
Okay, so the backlog is enormous. How did the actual cloud revenue look this quarter?
Also very strong. Total cloud revenue that's apps and infrastructure combined up 27% year over year, hit $7.2 billion.
And the infrastructure part, OCI.
Cloud infrastructure OCI revenue was $3.3 billion. That's up 54%. And remember, that's on top of 46% growth the year before, so accelerating growth.
Impressive.
OCI consumption revenue grew 57%, and they stress that demand continues to dramatically outstrip supply.
Which is a good problem to have, I guess, but means they need to build fast.
Exactly. Then you have cloud database services, nearly $2.8 billion annualized revenue, up 32%. The autonomous database within that, up 43%.
Okay, steady growth there too. What about that multi-cloud number you mentioned?
Yes, multi-cloud database revenue. This was the real explosion. 1,529% growth in Q1.
1,500%.
Yes. That's where they embed their database services inside AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, giving customers huge flexibility.
So meeting customers where they are, that clearly struck a chord.
It really did. It disarms that vendor lock-in fear and massively expands their market.
Okay, and quickly, the application side and overall numbers.
Cloud application revenue hit $3.8 billion, up 10%. Strategic back-office apps, $2.4 billion, up 16%. Overall, total quarterly revenues were $14.9 billion, up 11% from last year.
So solid overall growth too.
Yep. Operating income up 7% to $6.2 billion, non-GAAP EPS 1.47 cents, and very strong operating cash flow, $8.1 billion for Q1. It's a picture of a powerful engine being fueled by cloud and AI.
These growth figures, especially OCI and multi-cloud, are extraordinary for a company this size. But that kind of expansion, building all that infrastructure, it must cost a fortune. What about CapEx?
You're right. The investment is huge. They're projecting fiscal year 2026 capital expenditure, CapEx, to be around $35 billion.
$35 billion. That's a massive number.
It is. A big upward revision, directly reflecting that surging demand, especially for AI. But here's the crucial detail they emphasized.
What's that?
The vast majority of that $35 billion is for revenue-generating equipment. Servers, GPUs, networking gear going into the data centers, not land or buildings.
So it's directly tied to services customers pay for, not passive assets.
Exactly. That's key to their ROI strategy. They're investing in the tech customers consume.
So the idea is as this capacity comes online, that massive $455 billion RPO backlog starts converting into revenue and profit growth. They're building to meet already contracted demand.
Less risk than building speculatively.
Much less risk, and their future projections reflect this. They see OCI growing 77% to $18 billion in FY26.
$18 billion just for OCI.
And then they gave even longer-term forecasts, $32 billion, $73 billion, $114 billion, then $144 billion for OCI over the next 4 years after that.
Those are astronomical numbers.
They are, but they stressed a significant chunk is already booked in the current RPO. That gives them confidence. And for the whole company in FY26.
They're committed to 16% total revenue growth in constant currency. And beyond FY26, they expect accelerating top and bottom line growth.
Accelerating from that base.
Yeah. Q2 guidance is also strong. A total revenue up 12-14%, total cloud up 32-36%, EPS up 8-10%, all constant currency. It's a consistent story of accelerating growth fueled by CapEx meeting booked demand.
So putting it all together, this strategy, the massive RPO, these huge projections, what are the underlying strategic advantages Oracle believes will actually let them achieve this? How do they sustain it?
Right, that's where we move beyond the numbers into their unique strategic plays. They highlighted several key differentiators.
Okay, let's start with that AI database again. It really does sound like a potential game changer for businesses trying to use AI securely with their own data. What makes it so different in practice?
Well, it's that fundamental re-architecture we talked about, enabling the vectorization of all data types right in the database.
Making everything AI ready at the source.
Exactly, it streamlines the whole process. But equally, maybe more important, is that relentless focus on security and privacy.
The biggest hurdle for enterprises using AI on sensitive info.
Absolutely. Oracle's designed it so private data stays private. LLMs can use it for reasoning, but the data itself remains secure within the customer's control. That builds huge trust.
And they bundle the LLMs too.
Yes, that's a big pragmatic step. Bundling ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, Llama right into the cloud makes it very easy for customers.
So you can use these top models on your secure private data, maybe mixed with public data, all in one place.
That's the goal, removing complexity, cost, integration headaches.
So thinking critically, what does that enable? That ChatGPT-like experience on top of your data.
It means potentially instant, secure answers to complex business questions. Queries that used to take days or weeks of manual work. It's about agility, insight.
A whole new level of responsiveness.
That's the promise. Empowering everyone in the organization with insights drawn from their entire knowledge base, securely combined with global info.
That sounds powerful. But what about customers who want that full cloud experience, but need even more control? Like total isolation, no shared resources.
That brings us to another really unique part of their strategy, their clouded customer approach. Specifically, dedicated regions and Oracle Cloud at customer.
Bringing the public cloud to the customer.
Essentially, yes. They talked about this butterfly system, condensing their entire cloud, every service, every security feature into just a handful of racks, 3 racks, costing around $6 million.
3 racks for the whole cloud.
That's what they said. And they claimed it's more than 100 times cheaper than competitors for a similar private cloud setup, a big cost advantage.
Who buys that?
Large organizations with extreme data sovereignty needs. They mentioned Vodafone as an example, companies wanting their own Oracle Cloud regions with absolutely no neighbors.
So they get the full cloud, pay as you go.
But Oracle owns, maintains, and supplies everything. Hardware, software, networking, maximum isolation and security, without the management headache for the customer.
Meeting those really stringent requirements.
Exactly. And don't forget the multi-cloud database expansion too, those 71 regions planned across AWS, Azure, GCP. That's another angle on flexibility and choice.
Meeting customers wherever they are, even in other clouds.
Right. It all broadens their reach significantly.
Okay, and they also mentioned something even more meta. Using AI to build their own applications.
Yeah, that was fascinating.
Yeah.
The fundamental shift. They said for their newest apps, they are not building them. They're being generated by AI.
Generated by AI. Not just assisted, but generated.
That's the claim. And they're actively using these AI application generators now. It's not just theory.
What's the advantage there?
A huge dual advantage. As both an infrastructure provider, OCI, and an application company, they use their own AI generators to build their apps.
So they dog food their own tool.
Exactly. Which gives them unique insights to make the generators better. A feedback loop competitors might lack. They're using the picks and shovels to mine their own gold.
And they said the applications are AI now.
Yeah, a philosophical shift. New apps are nothing other than a bunch of AI agents linked together with workflow. AI isn't bolted on, it's intrinsic.
Woven into the fabric of the application.
Right, which leads to their business model. No separate charge for AI in apps because the apps are AI. They expect to sell more, better apps this way.
And that fits with their suite strategy.
Perfectly. Offering comprehensive suites, ERP, CRM, healthcare, all engineered to fit together, reducing integration pain for customers, offering a unified, intelligent platform.
It really sounds like they're trying to control the whole stack, offering this deeply integrated AI experience. Yeah. What else underpins this? Any other strategic advantages?
Definitely. Beyond the AI database and app generation, they highlighted a couple more things. One key point came from the Q&A, network speed as a moat.
Network speed? How so?
An analyst asked how they'd avoid commoditization in AI training. CTO's answer was simple. Our networks move data very, very fast.
Okay. Why does that matter so much?
Economics. He explained, if we're twice as fast, We're half the cost when customers pay by the hour for GPU clusters.
Faster processing means less billable time for the same job.
Precisely. It's a direct cost and time advantage for customers stemming from their network engineering. A powerful competitive edge based on performance.
A moat built on efficiency.
You got it. Then there's the advantage of vertical integration. Being both infrastructure, OCI, and apps allows deep optimization across the stack.
Making everything work better together.
Right. A smoother, higher performing, more secure experience than mixing and matching vendors often provides.
Simplifying complexity for the customer.
Exactly. And finally, don't underestimate their global scale and financing. As a huge buyer of GPUs, networking gear, etc., they get better financing terms from the vendors.
Which helps fund that massive $35 billion CapEx plan.
Absolutely. It contributes to their financial strength, allowing them to invest aggressively while staying profitable. It's a combination of tech, operations, and finance working together.
So these big shifts, this whole transformation, the analysts clearly picked up on it. Let's dig into some of their questions from the Q&A.
Yeah.
That often gives you a clearer sense of the executive thinking, right?
Absolutely. The Q&A really illuminated how they're connecting the dots between the strategy, the numbers, and the broader market implications. It's a good window into their mindset.
Okay, so John DeFucci asked, basically, what else besides AI training is driving these amazing forecasts? He felt there had to be more to the story. How did they respond?
The leadership immediately pivoted back to inferencing demand. They called it insatiable. The CTO shared that striking story.
The customer wanting all unused capacity.
Yeah, a customer calling wanting all the capacity you have that's currently not being used anywhere in the world specifically for inferencing. He said he'd never had a call like that before. Shows the scale of demand.
Unprecedented demand.
Right. And he argued that all the money going into training has to translate into products, into sales, which is all inferencing, reinforcing his view that inferencing is the much bigger prize.
And Oracle's unique solution for that is?
Their secure, vectorized database linked to LLMs, processing enterprise data privately, that's their answer to this huge demand, something they feel competitors can't match right now.
Got it. And the CEO added something about choice.
Yes, Safra Catz emphasized they've become the de facto cloud for many by offering choice. Public cloud, dedicated regions, cloud at customer, plus the full-stack infra, database, apps, all working together, meeting diverse enterprise needs.
Okay. Then Derek Wood asked about the CapEx, that $35 billion. How does that translate to ROI, addressing concerns about that huge investment?
Right, a very practical question. The CEO stressed their asset-light approach again. They don't own the land or buildings, they own and engineer the equipment.
Yeah.
Optimized for Oracle Cloud, built for speed and cost efficiency.
Focusing capital on the revenue-generating parts.
Exactly, and she highlighted the rapid revenue generation. They deploy gear right when it's time and get revenue right away upon customer acceptance.
And the CTO had that anecdote about the data hall.
Yeah, a giant data hall, accepted and generating revenue in just 1 week. That speed really underscores the direct link between CapEx and revenue.
So the ROI is fast because the investment is tied directly to confirmed demand from that huge RPO backlog.
Precisely. They're fulfilling orders, not building on spec. Plus, the CTO mentioned that they get better financing terms due to their scale, which also helps the ROI.
Okay, makes sense. Mark Mordler then asked about creating a differentiated moat in AI training. How do they avoid commoditization long term? That's key for profitability.
Another great strategic question, and the CTO's answer was, again, remarkably concise. Our networks move data very, very fast.
Back to network speed.
Back to network speed. Because if you're paying by the hour, if we're twice as fast, we're half the cost.
So the moat is performance leading to better economics for the customer.
Exactly. It's an engineering advantage translating directly into value, making their infrastructure fundamentally more efficient for those demanding AI workloads. Harder to commoditize pure performance like that.
Interesting. Finally, Alex Zukin asked directly, does this new Oracle AI database really unlock the general enterprise inferencing market? What was the feeling about adoption?
The CTO's response was full of conviction. I think everyone says they want to use AI, CEOs, heads of government. He mentioned AI has brought them into conversations at levels they didn't typically have before.
Because it's that strategically important now.
Right. But he stressed the condition. Customers want AI on their own data, but securely.
The security problem again.
The security problem. He reiterated Oracle's database security models solve this, keeping private data safe while allowing inferencing by the best LLMs. By vectorizing data and bundling LLMs, they make it very easy to combine public and private data securely,
Enabling customers to ask any question they can think of.
leading to that insatiable demand he mentioned.
Right.
And the CEO, Safra Catz, tied it all together.
How so?
She argued the AI database will be a major catalyst driving Oracle databases still the bulk of the enterprise market into the cloud, whether it's public cloud, dedicated regions, or cloud at customer.
So the AI capability pulls the core database business towards their cloud offerings.
Exactly, accelerating cloud adoption by enabling this transformative AI securely. And the analysts, noting the potential for very high margin AI revenue, just highlights the big financial opportunity here. Hashtag outro.
So wrapping this up, what does this all really mean? We've gone through Oracle's, well, incredibly ambitious vision for this AI era,
Yeah, from the foundational infrastructure built for speed and cost,
to that revolutionary AI database,
Wow.
enabling secure inferencing on private data.
even using AI to generate their own applications, it's pretty clear AI isn't just a feature for them.
No, it seems like the absolute future of their whole business, a complete transformation in how they deliver value.
And connecting that to the bigger picture, Oracle's making this huge bet, really, on the enterprise need to use AI on its own data, securely, efficiently, at scale.
It's not just faster computers. It's fundamentally changing how businesses use information, how they automate.
Which has massive implications everywhere. Manufacturing, healthcare, finance, you name it.
Yeah, the transformation they're describing, it suggests a future where AI isn't just a tool you use, but it's embedded everywhere, in all operations, all decisions.
Pervasive intelligent automation.
So here's something to think about for you, our listeners. Considering Oracle's bold plans, AI agents generating apps, AI databases driving inferencing, how does this redefine what we even mean by software or enterprise data?
And what about the roles of human decision makers in the next decade?
Right. What new industries might pop up? Which existing ones might get completely reshaped by this AI tsunami embedding itself into business?
Lots to ponder there.
Indeed. Thank you so much for tuning into the Quarterly Call. For more episodes, please remember to rate and follow our show. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.